All right, folks, it's the Good News Podcast. The good that's what I'm calling it. Good News Podcast. Nino's Corner.tv. Join again with Jonathan Otto, man. Dude, there's so many revelations coming out right now with like medicine and Maha, Robert Kennedy. I mean, it's just like every time I turn around, there's something else that's being taken out of the food industry, put in. This is like we are in a revolution, a renaissance, a health renaissance right now,
Yeah.
and it's unbelievable to watch, man. And it's like I think everything that is happening right now, we're learning from our mistakes of what happened in 2020 to now, and it's just booming right now with technologies and insight and holistic medicines and stuff like that. Jonathan, and you're in the
Yeah.
forefront of this, dude. You're in the trenches with this war. So, dude, thanks for joining me again.
Oh, bro. I appreciate it,
I'm
man.
trying to hammer this home to people, bro. Like people
Yeah.
don't realize like how important this is, man. So I really appreciate you coming on.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. I appreciate it, man. It's yeah, like I agree. I agree. There's so many things that we just took as a given. Whereas, hey, look, I've just struggled with this my whole life. But then the more that gets uncovered, you start thinking, hold on a second, what if this could be completely turned around? And then and what if all these things that used to be fringe, where it was kind of like you had a tinfoil hat when you were saying them, now it's in the public domain. It's like, well, this is what the people in the know are using. This is what well-known politicians, this is what well-known celebrities are using. They know about these things, but you don't. And so it's exciting to see people just get these back. Everyone deserves to have health and healing. Healing. It's like a divine gift of God, or
And
like
it's
it's like
not
a
it's
human
not so
right.
much in a pill anymore, man. That's something you put in
Hmm.
your mouth and swallow. You only absorb a certain amount of that.
Yeah.
It's like it's actually what God gives you. It's like it's just harnessing rays of light basically and
Hmm.
using that science to improve our health.
Yeah.
Frequency, light
Yeah.
frequency, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. You're going straight into the cell. You're bypassing all these systems that often are not working completely anyway. So your digestive system, you're trying, yeah, you're right. Like what if you can't absorb it? What if it's not working? But you're shooting it straight into the cells anyway. And the cells have all these receptors for light. And so then as a result, they're converting this into energy. They're storing energy like batteries, and they're using that to perform cellular function. And I know that like when we were chatting, we were looking at different things of like
I gotta say I've had like abnormal amounts of energy,
oh,
abnormal
that's
like,
awesome.
and I do a lot of fasting and stuff like that. But I've been using these panels for a long time now, and I gotta tell you, dude, my energy's through the roof. Like I feel great every day, and especially with the stress that I'm dealing with right now in my life. This
Wow.
is keeping my nose above water to enough to where I can go to the gym, and I used to go to the gym sluggish, like
Wow.
tired. That's not the case anymore, man. I've made a lot of pivots in my life, like quitting drinking and fasting and things like that. But the red light therapy to me has been a huge additive, bro. And I can't
Wow.
stress that enough for people out there. This has been amazing for me and everyone else. I got it for my whole family. So
Wow.
everyone's using it right now. And I do believe it's helping my parents. I have to hold it in front of them. But dude, I'm taking a win wherever I can get it.
Bro, it's beautiful. Look at that. And that's service. And it, it's really beautiful. Like, you guys follow David, and he's a successful guy, and he's in front of, rubbing shoulders with great people and all that. But there he is, just holding his light up for his parents, like doing the work of a $15 stand,
Yeah.
holding up a
I
light.
am doing it. I'm
Yeah,
holding it
exactly.
right in front of them. They won't do
Yeah.
it otherwise.
Yeah, there you go. And then they something that they would have rejected. They're like, well, our son is going to stand here like a dummy, just holding this thing. So I better just sit here and
I hold it up for them
appreciate it,
every day, dude. I go up there. Well, not every day, but 3 times a week, 3 or 4 times a week I do it.
which
But
is perfect.
and I'm
I mean,
holding it
that's
for 10 minutes. Just I make them put on some sunglasses. They don't want to open their eyes under it, but
yeah.
I do it the way I have to do it, and I kind of make them do it. It's not like they're going anywhere.
Yeah, oh,
Cool.
dude,
But
exactly.
let's
That's
pull up
awesome.
the
Yeah, I'll show you that. And I'll just
the
quickly tell you this.
information.
Last night when I was flying from New York, I got a call from my friend 𝗬𝗃𝗓 who runs Unify. It's the largest Facebook page in the world. It's had about 1 billion views in the last 90 days. And
Damn.
I sent him something because he's a partner on something that we're working on. And then he said, bro, you saved my mom's life. And I was like, tell me, explain that, because that sounds like a lot. Maybe you're just exaggerating because you're like a passionate guy. And he's like, no, she had the worst fall. Like, it's like unbelievable. Her head hit the concrete. It's like every cell in my, like, I couldn't stop, like, holding back the tears from just crying. Like, she's going to die from this. Like, there's such a bad concussion that, and then he said, Dr. Beth, a mutual friend of ours, she said, like, you need to watch this and you be very careful because this could be fatal. You need to, and they were on, and he says, I don't know if it's all right to do that, but like, she was on like with the red light for like 3 hours a day. Bro, my dad and mom are in their mid 80s and they said that they feel like they're in their 20s. Like, what is this? What is this medical miracle thing? And he was talking like that, and they were so happy about it. They're like, we want to tell all our family, all our friends, everyone needs to know about this. This was their feeling. And he's like, bro, and you did that for me. And I was like, bro, this was God. Don't give too much credit to me. This is God because it's his frequencies. It's like we're just all witnesses and observers of it. And it was just a really cool,
The
cool
first thing
moment.
I'm noticing with this stuff, bro, is there it is, skin. I was just gonna say
Oh yeah,
skin.
nice.
Yeah, I was just gonna say my skin is feeling like I have more collagen. It's feeling more supple. It's smoother. I can't explain it. And my hair is growing thicker. I mean, it's unbelievable, man.
Wow. Yeah, so you're noticing your hair growing thicker,
Oh
yeah?
yeah, big time, dude. Big time.
Dude, that's awesome. And then you're probably not even always treating the top of your head either, right?
No, no, no. I just kind of lay in there and do whatever like that. But I mean,
But
it's
yeah, it's typically hitting here. And this is one of the things, like if you look at the studies on red light beds, sometimes what people will do is like like have an injured ankle and put their foot out of it. I mean, it's been studied in clinical studies, not normal.
I've
So
been putting a belt on my mom's legs because she got clots. We know
yeah,
why. You know,
yeah,
go into that
you know why.
conspiracy later. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been putting on her clots and her legs have been doing a lot better. The bruising is going away. It heals the bruising
Wow.
and things like that. And people look at me like it's just a red light. I'm like, you don't understand how powerful this thing is. The
Wow.
healing that going into the mitochondria, the cells. To me, it's just fascinating science, man. And people just
Wow.
have to open up their minds and understand that not everything is a pill. Not everything is a pill. In
Oh yeah,
fact,
I know.
that's like
I know.
you don't get health from that.
Exactly. No, you are a deeply a photonic being. You are so much connected to light, and energy is so deeply connected to light. Everything that you even look at, all these substances in the body, look at the fact that mitochondria produce ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is what fluorescent. What's in urine? Phosphorus. It was discovered in urine, which means bringer of light. Why is it in the urine? Because urine is filtered blood, and so you've got all these fluorescent substances. What happens when you generate reactive oxygen species in the blood? Singlet oxygen is a fluorescent substance. It's bright burning red like lava. That's what it looks like, and your body produces it.
And
Your
we are
body,
light beings.
yes, and we need the
We are
light.
light
It's
beings.
like,
Yes.
yeah, light produces like. So like produces like. So if your body is stimulated by light and it produces these light substances, and then you look at all the words like chromophore, chromosome. Chromo means color or light. So you start realizing all these words have light through them, and because they're receptors to light.
There was, I can't remember what fish it was. I was out on the ocean on a boat fishing, and when the school of fish started hitting our bait, they started lighting up with all
Wow.
these neon beautiful colors. And I think I want to say they were the mahi mahi. I may be wrong on that. I can't remember. I was like 14, 15 years old, but they were lighting up because they were excited. And I was like, how the hell do they do that? How do they
Wow.
turn these fluorescent colors? And I started
Wow.
thinking about how everything is light energy. Everything is like
Wow.
whether how do they get it from the sun or what? I don't know, but they're able to light up the whole ocean under a boat with purple and pink and reds and oranges all under our
Wow.
boat just lighting up. So I'm like, if they're able to do that when they're excited, that just shows you that people are the same way and we can derive energy from and get energy from light, putting it into our body. That makes
Yeah.
it's just logical sense.
Wow. No, it's awesome. You understand it because you've seen it real time. You've seen what it's done for you, your parents, and we keep tracking these results, and they're just fascinating.
And that's why they want to
And
block out the sun so bad.
yeah, it's true. It's true
Yeah, I'm
because we're so
serious.
reliant on it.
Why
Yeah,
do
you're
people
right
feel
about that.
depressed when it's gray outside for days at a time? You need light. If you have seasonal depression, I really recommend getting on this. If you're a person that you're depressed or you're groggy or you're in a slumber, get this damn thing. Try it. Try it out, man. You have nothing to lose. Your mood is going to enhance. And I'm one of those people. That's why I can speak on this. How do you think I'm not drinking anymore? I have to find alternative ways to feel good. I can't go to the bar anymore and slam a shot of tequila and whiskey and beer, whatever I was doing. I can't do that anymore. I have to really do other methods, try other methods to stay on top of the game and feel emotionally well because I'm one of those people. I'm sensitive to everything. I get really down in the dumps if it's gray outside. I mean, I get triggered by just about anything, so
Bro.
this red light is helping me a lot.
Oh, bro, that's so beautiful.
I'm serious. It
No,
is,
I
man. I
appreciate you
really
saying
thank you
that,
for
man.
this thing. That's
Oh,
why I
bro.
keep hammering these podcasts because
Yeah.
people got to get this in their mind that this stuff is amazing. It's a powerful tool.
Oh, dude, that's so awesome. And it really brings you to that it brings me to that moment of looking at gift giving because it's so special. Like you and I are friends and we became friends because of this work that we're doing. But there is a bond that gets created. In this case, obviously we're doing this work together, but nevertheless, it still was a gift. And what happens is if you think about like people you love and care about that are really important to you, like because there'd be people that are watching this that are doing red light and they love it. It is a great idea to get a gift for a loved one. And think about the people that one really need it that you really just couldn't live without, and then think about the bond that gets created because every time they turn that on, they're often like, "Oh yeah, thank you, Jonathan, for giving this to me." Who insert your name, and so it can also be people can do it for business reasons as well. Like, hey, look, I really want to get a great business relationship with this person, and you end up in their mind. So gift giving is huge with this type of thing, birthdays, Christmas, or just gifts for any reason, like in the case with you and I, it's a game changer. So what I was sharing here before was that it's papulopustular rosacea, and this is a young girl. She's 22, but these were only 10 sessions, and it was over a course of I believe it was 5 weeks because it was twice a week. But you see the big difference there in her nose, and
Huge.
look, a lot of people just live with this, whether it's a man or a woman, they just live with it. And she's young, so you say, oh, maybe because she's young, she could just get a great result like that. And again, like you still see a tiny bit of redness, but then fast forward another 5 weeks, and then you'll see like just the most perfect glowing skin. Like you would never know that they ever had it in their life.
And it helps with
You
acne.
yeah, and I've actually had acne. It would be still classed as mild acne, but it was still significant. Like I battled with that, and zits and pimples a lot. One of the things I had was chronic boils, which is even worse because they're huge. They were abscesses, like they erupt out of my body, with scars on my body from having those in my teen years. But these things like really help with all these different types of processes. This is an older guy. This is 68 years old, and then you see as well for him, this he had that for 7 years. And again, these both of these people, acid peels, they couldn't do any of the other drugs. They weren't working, and now it was twice a week for 10 sessions, so 5 weeks. And then you see the before and after, and that was blue and red. And one of the cool things as well with our devices, we do have blue. There's almost none of the devices have blue in them, but once you start understanding this, it is the best for the skin. It is the best for skin rejuvenation, and it is best for circadian rhythm. So there is a possibility of why you're feeling more energy on that device than you would on any other device because it
Sleeping
also has
better
the blue.
too.
Yes, and
I've
so
been
it
off
will
all my
reset that.
sleeping pills. I don't take any of that stuff anymore, man. I'm completely clean. I'm just
Oh, bro, that's
all I'm
awesome.
doing is just red lights and some supplements, but that's it.
That's beautiful, man. That's amazing. So and then people think about your liver, your kidneys, your lungs, and bone healing, osteoporosis management, but anything to do with bone density. So for you, if you're younger, or you if you're older, and then you've got hair benefits, scalp health, hair growth, skin health, skin rejuvenation, wound healing, inflammation reduction, cognitive function for the aging benefits, cellular regeneration, but just every organ in your body is filled with mitochondria. So just think that on simple terms, that you're basically safeguarding the longevity of those organs and the functioning of those organs. And you like a lot of people that are watching this, their kidneys and so their liver, sorry, should be functioning is likely functioning at 10, 20%. It's just so common. And even if you don't drink any alcohol, most people are struggling with liver because think about all the toxins in the environment. Which organ do you think they go to with the liver? Because it's just got such a burden, and if you've never done high level cleansing, and people are doing this without using light, and the problem with that is that you're doing it in a low voltage environment. which is super interesting to think about. So like the voltage isn't high enough to perform what you're talking about. But what happens is if you just use voltage, the cells would detoxify themselves. There is no detox supplement. I've got a supplement company. We've got detox supplements, but the detox supplements don't exist as detox supplements. They just promote certain functions in the body so the cells detoxify. The body, nothing can detoxify you, only your cells can. So the best thing to do firstly is through energy and through power. And this is how people are getting all these changes. So these are bone density studies showing that this was osteogenic activity and osteoblast activity. Bones increased in their strength, which just means better overall health. It also gives an indication, because stem cells are being produced in the bones, that your body's turning over more new healthy stem cells. And so healthy bones are a big part of a healthy life. And you're also preventing the big C word in the bone. And the interesting thing about that is with light, near infrared will shoot straight into the bone. And so, which means that that's the deepest part of your body. It's like right in the center, which means red light and near infrared goes all through your body, especially near infrared, getting into those deeper levels. But there's the studies on arthritis and how it's showing that it's turning around cases of severe arthritis. And so photobiomodulation's effectiveness in arthritis treatments has been extensively researched in arthritis specific cells. So it's working with the inflammation. It's helping to stop the inflammation, get it at its core. Some of the eye studies we talked about quite a lot, but it's through these channels. It's through cytochrome C oxidase and nitric oxide signaling. And that's the reason why you see these studies with 17% improvement in eyesight immediately after this
I
7.
started opening my eyes under there, man.
And what did you notice?
I'm noticing a little bit of an improvement in my eyesight.
That's
Like,
amazing.
yeah, and it doesn't bother me like I thought it would. Doesn't burn or anything like that. I don't know, man. It's
Yeah.
this stuff is just
There
really
is
fascinating to me.
there is something that you're doing that's offsetting your result, which is a good teaching point, is your glasses. So your glasses keep forcing your eyes to go back.
Right.
So
Yeah,
you get
probably.
improvement, then you force them back, and then you get improvement, you force them back because your lenses are saying, no, this
And
is
they're
that how.
filthy anyway. I shouldn't even be wearing them right now, to be honest.
Oh, there, yeah, yeah. Look at it.
They're filthy.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's funny. David's a humble, teachable guy. That's awesome. So,
I'm like,
so
yeah, I can see all this crap on my guck on my glasses. I'm like,
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so here's what you would do. You would drop down prescriptions. So you would keep doing the light, but you would actually just set a pathway, and you could just use ChatGPT and different like some of the guys that teach a lot about that, but or just basically like look at where you're at and then look at, okay, if I dropped by 10% a month, where would I land? And then, or if I drop by even 20% a month, because remember that was 17% in 24 immediately.
yeah.
So you have to even look at, okay, well, I'm going to be 20% better, so I'm going to get a 20% lesser prescription for the next month, and that's so conservative. I mean, and then the next month and the next month, so then you'd have about maybe 5 steps and 5 months away from arguably complete eyesight restoration. But those two things have to go together, light and then the drop in the prescription. Otherwise, you'll keep turning it back to what it was.
You know,
There's complete reversals, by the way, that
and
exist.
the trick is to have this panel somewhere where it's very convenient. Like, don't put it in a room that you're never there.
Oh yeah,
I put it in, you know what I mean? Like, you got to
like a
put it
garage where your sauna
right.
is that you never use.
Yeah, it's in the garage, just sitting there. No, get it out. Go put it in your bedroom. Put it right next to you so that you know that you're going to use it every time you go to you before you go to bed. That's what I do when I wake up and I go to bed. I put it right there, just like that.
Yeah,
I don't think people
yeah.
understand how just incredible this is.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Dr.
I,
Dan Pompa is one of the most successful health coaches in the world, like big business, like nine-figure business. But not that that matters to the audience, but we just want to know if he can make people better. Thyroid business, and he's helping people with thyroid health and everything. So he loves our devices. He's tested so many different devices, and nothing is better than ours. And so he has it on the wheels on the stand in the bathroom, and so he'll wheel it around. He'll be brushing his teeth and shaving himself, and he'll have it on his back or his front, and his wife will use it. They're just wheeling it around. It's really cool, and he's just like, bro, this is the best thing ever.
my sister got a panel right, and it broke already. It's like a piece of crap. But
Oh, okay,
it
cool.
wasn't
Yeah,
your
just got had a
panel.
heart attack for a second because I
No,
thought
not
you
your
meant my
panel.
device.
A different panel. She went off and
Yeah,
got a different panel.
yeah.
It's nothing of the quality of what this is right here.
Wow.
I took one to her finally, and she's using it, and it's like she tried to throw the other way. It broke, and it
Wow.
was just red lights in it, like a square little thing that you could bend or whatever. And I was like,
Oh
nah,
yeah.
nothing. This is the legit. This is the gold standard right here.
Yeah.
Opinion.
Thank you for saying that, brother. And just so people
It
know,
is.
like in terms of what to look for, whether you get something from us or from somebody else, and just so people know, that's myredlight.com and using the code Nino at checkout so you can activate that 10% discount that activates the discounts on the page. You get a lot of the gifts and discounts and bonuses that are in that package, in the packages there. But the
Can
the
you show
thing
the
that,
frequencies real quick that
yeah,
penetrate
I'd
the
love to
skin into the
on the
bone?
screen or in the
Yeah, on
device.
the no, on the screen. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you can show how to work it real quick if you want to show the audience.
I can do that, yeah. And what I'll do as well while I'm talking about that is show people what it is to look for. So whether you got ours or somebody else's, I'll tell you what to look for. But yeah, these are all the different frequencies, so you can change every single one. And or I could, if I just felt like it was too intense, I could move it down. And so it just gives you those flexibilities. But then people that would say, "Oh, but Jonathan, I don't know how to do all that," then use all the settings. That's what I do. I just
That's what I
use
do. I use all of
all
them.
the lights on. But I will take out blue in the evenings. But like here, yeah. So there you see
Don't they
the
use
blue.
blue for teeth whitening?
Yeah, yeah.
Am I
They
right
do.
in that? I was
That's
wondering.
smart. I actually got a treatment in teeth whitening yesterday, so it's funny. And red still, but it's like gum health and things like that. But then there are some settings here as well. Sorry, I've had that out of shot. Pets, sleep. You've got muscle. Like you can use some of these customized settings for those things. But I'll show you what we're talking about with this the screen there. But when in doubt, like if you understand all those wavelengths, so that eye health study that I just showed you, that was on specifically on 670 nanometer light. So the wavelength matters for the certain condition because it's showing you where it lands. So if you're trying to help your bones and you're using red light, you're missing the mark. It's going to help a little bit, but it's near infrared, which is invisible, which you can't see, which is actually showing you that these are dual LEDs because every LED has both red and near infrared coming out of it, which is just awesome.
Right.
That it's got all this all this all like it's doubling up the treatment and it means it's completely even spread. And so anyway, so if you look at 480, 590, 630, 660, 670, 810, 830, 850, and 1060, and they're penetrating through the epidermis, the dermis, subcutaneous tissue, muscle, bone, and interior tissues. And so there's things going on in every level of your body. So there's no wavelength that's better than another. They're just all different, and everybody needs optimal health. People often think about this for like, well, I've got this condition, so I'm just going to get something that just has 850. But it was like, well, do you want to help your skin, or do you want to help these other areas of the body? You want to make sure that there's nothing like growing in those areas of the body, like unwanted cells that could turn into a bad diagnosis. Do you want to make sure that your body's like getting those clear? Because nothing is activating these apoptosis, like which is programmed cell death, better than red light. This should be in every home in the world, like no question. And I'm working. I was just talking to like somebody that could help me get this into homes in Germany under insurance, and then that would be, wouldn't that be amazing if we could get this covered under insurance and those types of things? But what we did was we made it really possible, so it just doesn't cost much, and
Yeah, because they have these at clinics. They're not as
yeah,
I don't think they're as good as these panels, but there's
yeah.
people paying almost $100 for 20 minutes to go to this.
Oh, dude,
That's
who has the money
ridiculous.
and time for that?
No, no, and you have to go somewhere, sit there in line. It's like getting in a tanning bed, folks. You don't want to do. You just want to get it at your house.
Yeah. Bit of an invasion of privacy as well.
Right,
Like, okay,
right,
you'd be like, yeah, but I'm under this door, but you're just like, okay, well, like not everyone feels
and your
comfortable.
whole
Like,
family can use it, man. It's like your
yeah,
whole family can do it, and if you just leave it in a place, trust me when I say this, if you get this, put it in a place that you're going to use it all the time. Your bedroom, right next to your bed. You're always going to your bed. When you roll out of bed, it's the first thing you look at. Get under it,
yeah.
down in front of it, whatever. Just for you got 10 minutes in the morning. Listen to some meditation music. Start your day off like that, and end your day off like that. That's the way to do it.
It's so awesome, man. And then by doing that, you're just activating all these processes. We've shared this before, but it's just people remember. Like, think about your day and how this relates to like, weight loss, fat burning, cellulite reduction, metabolism, people's confidence, their body's feeling good. And it's cosmetic, but it's because the body's healing. It's carrying less inflammation because there's less toxins and anti-aging, acne, scars, rosacea, hair growth, sun damage, wrinkles, fine lines, droopy eyelids, broken capillaries, oral health, injury healing, wound healing, pain relief, muscle building, athletic performance, mental stamina, all these things, asthma, depression, anxiety, tinnitus, arthritis, MS, Stem cell regeneration, the most expensive therapies in the world. You know,
Yeah.
you're activating that with the light. It's better, and I know that because I've done them side by side. And the one that you're getting continually, that's nurturing the stem cells that you have and helping you produce more, is way better than just injecting some in. It's once
I
people
have a
got this out.
friend. I have a friend that actually bought one of these red panels. He bought like two or three of them, and he set them
Yeah,
up in his gym.
yeah.
And when he works out, he has the red panel. He turns on the red panels only and
Dude.
works out in the red light.
Bro, that's awesome. Exactly. It's so good. So good. And like, and by doing that, you'll be a little further away, but you can also be there longer because you're further away. See what I mean?
Right, right.
So it's just, you just like understand that you know, liver function, breast cancer, you know, fertility, sperm mobility, herpes, cold sores, you know, you see all these categories, but you, by having it and then doing it, you're tapping into all these things. And the biggest thing I can say here with people understanding this is that you'll find that like there's a very easy decision to be made when you realize how much all these categories are costing you. And there's a cost for every one. Every one of them is a different cream or a different supplement or a different drug. And so now you've got all these that you're stacking up, but there's this one thing can then help X out all these things. And then you have a device that, instead of having to reorder something like that 20, 30, $50 supplement every month, it's costing you, you know, maybe $300 to $600 per year, that your whole family might be taking if you're a family of four. So it's costing you, you know, anywhere between, you know, $500 to $2,500 a year. And that's just 1 year. And so then it keeps going. Whereas this is designed for a lifetime. And that's what, when people realize that, 50,000 rated lifespan hours, it's like, you know, you'll have it for your whole lifetime with the whole family using it. Do the math. It's around 80 to 100 years. But you know, that's all in all, man. So we want people to have solutions. I want people to see people get out of being part of a statistic, and just have their lives back, have better health, have better lives and connections with their family. There's a
No,
beautiful revolution happening, and people deserve it.
this is the way to do it. And I love having you on, and I'll continue to have you on until people wake up to this.
Appreciate it, brother.
Jonathan, I appreciate you coming on. Folks, it's My Red Light,
Yeah, yeah,
myredlight.com.
yeah.
Nino, baby, that's it. Let's go. Let's get started. This is awesome. Jonathan, thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much, brother. Signing off here. This is interesting. Like, look at this, right?
What is
So
that?
it'll go super high when it's on a computer, but on a device like this,
Oh, that's important to show.
yeah.
Why didn't you start off with that? It's
That's so
important
funny.
to show, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad you're pumped about that. So zero EMF, meaning that like you
And on
could
the
be in front of that.
computer,
Oh, bro,
and
yeah,
people are
like this
worried
thing.
about that. I got emails on that.
Yeah, you hear that beep? Like it's saying
Wow.
warning sign. So people have got no problem with that, sitting on their day all day long over their testicles, just sitting that with that against their lap, and then they're blowing themselves to smithereens, and then they'll be like, "Oh man, but if I get in front of this for 10 minutes, what if I hurt my body?"
Zero. It's at zero, folks. Boom. There you go. It's not a
People
health
are
hazard.
scared of the things that heal them, and they're not scared of the things that hurt them. Like, you know, someone gets scared of using something like this, and then they're just happy to booze up at the club, and
Yeah.
it's like, that is poison.
And they'll
This is
spend
healing.
$500 to $1,000 on a bar tab, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they not
take it
have
from
money
me.
for their health and healing, bro.
Yeah. So I'm trying to play catch up with my health, folks. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
dude.
taking it very serious now.
And then this is an example as well of about like, because if any, like, I just don't think there should be anyone in the comments saying, well, I can't afford that. Well, you buy a belt. Like, these are life
Yeah,
changing, man.
target. I think those are targets, like or precision
Yeah.
target. Yeah, like
Yes,
sore
but what's cool as
muscles.
well, it still shoots all through the body, because the body, it's like dominoes, and
Right.
that's how chromophores work. They work off frequency and vibration. So you can have it here, and it's going to send red light through your whole body. So what do you think I'm traveling with? Even though I do travel with
I
this,
mean,
but
you could turn it on. Does it come with a battery pack or?
yeah, the one that we have plugged in is the one that we're offering. In the future, we'll have one on a battery pack, but there is an upside to having it plugged into the wall, because then you don't have to go recharge the thing. And most people, like, they'll have it sitting there, where they're
I
watching
was just
Netflix
thinking
or
like on
whatever.
a plane or something. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, exactly.
cool to put on
And
your
even on
back.
planes, like, they have power sockets. But yes, there is it. You can, and we will have those on offer soon for those that want those. But I'd get both in a way,
Okay.
because the one that sits at home, that's plugged into the wall, so you don't have to recharge it, and then it's like, you put it on. And the other thing is, if people have multiple of these as well, you put one on one section, one on another section. So it's like a cheap way to kind of replicate the thing. And
It
remember,
works, man. It works. I mean, I know a lot of people that use
cool.
it for their knees, their backs. Me.
Yeah, at 92.5 milliwatts per centimeter squared at the surface. So it's funny. It's actually on the same par as like the 𝗬𝗶𝗱𝗏 beds, even though like they're $150,000 beds, but they're under
That's
like they're
crazy.
under 100. They're about like 50, 60 milliwatts per centimeter squared, which means that you don't be fooled. You actually can get so much benefit through these things, and that's why people are getting that. Yeah, like their backside of pain, like you're saying. But people are using these for chronic fatigue and depression, anxiety. They're using them for autoimmune conditions, thyroid. Because remember as well, you can put it directly on all the places. You could even be like real creative if you want to save money, because it will work as a hat as well. If you wanted to just kind of
Right.
just get creative, move it around. My point being that everyone can play, and once people work out that, and we give those actually as free gifts in the package that has the. Again, my strongest recommendation is the 300 Max Pro Max, because it comes with the stand, and it's going to hit every organ of your body and multiply. It's the same size as what you have there, and then but then it comes with the stand and the belt and a bundle of supplements that are really good to photo activate. So anyway, myredlight.com and Nino, check out on the code. But love you guys, and keep doing what you're doing, keep being well, and bless you all.
All right. Jonathan Otto, folks. MyRedLight.com. Hit the code Nino, folks. All right. Later, Jonathan. Thank you for joining me.
Catch you, brother. Cheers.